back to San Diego. The last, in fact, the only
Good field position. You put your defense in a good spot.
Now, Kevin, we talk about how fired up Brett Favre gets for games. He has been known in the past to come out throwing balls so hard that nobody can catch them, let alone his own receivers.
Yeah, he starts off kind of erratic sometimes, he does. But you know what? He settles in there in the first part of the first quarter, settles in nicely and starts throwing the ball extremely hard, extremely accurate.
A quick word about the two coaches. They're both graduates of the San Francisco 49ers Bill Walsh system. How do they compare, Marv?
They're both excellent. They're bright men. They communicate well with their players. They're able to adjust well. They're super, and that's why they are in the Super Bowl.
Holmgren likes to script his first 15 or 20 plays. Is that something that helps Favre settle down?
You know, that scripting, I think, is there's a misconception on it. This is the type of play if it's 1st and 10, but this is the type of play, about 3 or 4 plays that they like to use in a variety of situations.
Well, that's the last comment from us. The talking is
7-0 Green Bay.
Strong.
Now, is there anybody on the sideline, Kevin, saying, oh no, here we go again?
No, absolutely not. Everybody's intense. Everybody's focused. They might be drawing something up on the board and saying, look, fellas, this is what they're doing. Okay, be aware of this. But other than that, everybody's tuned in. If they're really professional, they'll put that first series behind them and then start playing some football.
Marv, we didn't get the chance to mention it before the kickoff, but you were saying earlier that you thought one area where the Broncos do perhaps have an edge is on the return game.
Yes, I thought so, and they just had a good kickoff return now with Vaughn Hebron, which gives them good field position and a chance to get back in the game. And I agree with Kevin, you shuck off something like that this early in the game and go to work.
Absolutely. Good field position for the Denver Broncos. They have the ball.
Rushing in the opening quarter, and Davis will be attended, closing out on a 7-7 tie opening quarter.
Terrell Davis slowing, getting up. Let's hope that's not anything serious. That would be a terrible loss for the Broncos. And he had another big run there, but the thing that set up this drive, the interception, Marv.
The interception, big play, as I said. He will try to force the ball in there, Brett Favre, and it's been a long suit. Here we see a blitz coming from his backside and the front side, so he unloads. Looks to me like the intended receiver, Robert Brooks, was grabbed by a defender, but the official didn't see it. That's what counts.
So turnovers, we talked about them before the game as being a key. The first one goes to the Broncos, and they've started to pound the ball away on the ground, Kevin.
Absolutely. I mean, they're running the ball. That's exactly what they're doing. They're opening up the holes. Terrell Davis is starting to run.
Good result.
You actually predicted it before it happened. Do you think the Packers were expecting Terrell Davis up the middle like they'd had him before?
Yes, they've been hammering the ball. They rushed for almost 80 yards in the first quarter. I think they were expecting it. The advantage was Denver there, because with a quarterback like Elway who can bootleg so well, you have him off balance.
Now, Kevin, we talked before the game about the weight difference between the light Broncos offensive line and the likes of huge Gilbert Brown, but you think they're doing a pretty good job on him?
I think they're coming off the ball very well on Green Bay's interior linemen. I mean, it's all about the heart you have in your chest. I know there's stats on weights and whatnot, but when you're playing in the game, you're playing with your heart, love and passion, desire. Denver's coming off the ball and establishing a run. That's why they're winning the game.
Now, it's only the second quarter, but you think from looking down there that Gilbert Brown's already struggling for breath.
Yeah, while we're there changing sides during the half, the break there at the quarter, he had his hands on his hips, so you could see his head up in the air sucking some air, but I'm sure he didn't like to jog all the way down to the other end of the field.
And the best way to stop Brett Favre, keep him off the field.
That's right, and I mentioned what Denver needed to do to pull off an upset. Get a takeaway early, get a lead early, and win the kicking game, and their kickoff return did it. So that pattern, at least, is a long way to go, is taking shape.
Well, Brett Favre is going to get the ball back now. The Denver Broncos, leading 14-7, are about to kick off. The Packers will have the ball for the third time in the game.